That is beautiful. How dark and green that is. How's it going? I'm just in my bedroom here having a green smoothie. My son is in the living room with his friends. He had a sleepover. They've taken over the living room. They've taken over my main computer. So I'm here in seclusion, away from the craziness. Just thankful for another day of life. I feel so privileged to be able to be alive and to have the experience of living. Yeah, so I guess I started 2014 doing raw till 4 and then mostly raw, and sometimes going days 100% raw, and then at some point in the summer deciding to give up the whole raw endeavor. Not that I don't eat raw, I'm eating raw right now. That's a part of it all, being a conscious living being and being conscious about what you eat and living healthfully, living for health and vibrance, not neglecting yourself and doing things that are harmful to yourself. Because when you do that, once you depreciate yourself, how can you appreciate others fully? I gave up coffee in 2014 as well. I wasn't a heavy drinker of coffee. I was having 1 cup a day, and some days I'd go without, but I just reached a point where I was ready to give it up. And I was actually planning on having a coffee at Christmas time, and then I just changed my mind. So, is this it for coffee? I think so. If I had another cup at some point, I don't think it would be falling off the bandwagon, so to speak. It would simply be something in the moment, and then I would just resume what I'm doing. But at this point, I can't see that happening. The stock market has been very good. It's been a rocky ride. 2013 was pretty smooth, straight up. But 2014 has definitely rattled me in the market on more than one occasion, especially with geopolitical events and the price of oil just like dropping, from 108 to what we're at, just over $53 a barrel right now. Like crazy stuff, And where is this going? It just suddenly, it's kind of, oil is a funny thing because we go through these phases. Oh, we got a shortage of oil, and the price goes up and all this, and then next thing you know, we got a glut of oil. We got way too much oil. So I'm sure the price of oil will go up again. And I bought solar energy just recently because it's so cheap right now. It's been dragged down with the decline of oil prices. So simply because I guess the reasoning behind that is with oil being so cheap, there would be less of an incentive for countries or corporations to convert to solar energy. But the reality is there's still global warming. That's not going away because the price of oil has gone down, and we got to deal with that, and solar energy is definitely one of the ways of dealing with that problem. The other one is for everybody to go vegan. What happens when the whole market crashes? Then you're screwed. There's no hiding place. And that there's always that risk that there will be a systematic major correction in the market, and there will be nowhere to hide. How do you hedge yourself against that? Well, if you think that there's going to be a major correction coming up, then you take strategies to short the market, whether you're using options or ETFs. There's plenty of different strategies that you can employ to short the market. But That can be challenging because I mean there were times when I was contemplating buying inverse leveraged ETFs to short the market, basically the S&P 500. Had I done that, I would have lost my shirt because what appeared to be the big correction coming never happened. And that's the problem with doing that is the timing factor. Very difficult to time. I mean, hedge funds have gone under because of trying to time the when the next big correction will come. Now, so what's my strategy in systematic risk is basically I know at some point we're going to have a big correction. We've had a correction actually in 2014, but I don't think it was like it seemed important at the time, but now it doesn't seem that significant. But let's say a big correction, 20, 30, 40%, 50%, who knows? My strategy is hold on, just ride it through and wait until things start to recover because I have a time horizon that I can work with. I could get through that, hopefully. But that's the game. If you can't handle those kind of fluctuations, then you shouldn't be in that game. Anyhow, so cheers and here's to the future.